Philanthropist, global shaper, thought leader, and one of the World Economic Forum Young Global Leaders. Thank you so much, Alex, for making the time to actually sit with us and just take us through your passion point and partnering with the African Union Commission. What was the motivation for Open Society Foundation to partner with the African Union Commission on the 1 million by 2021 Chairperson's Initiative?
I think for the Open Society Foundation and for me personally, it was actually quite simple because the youth bulge, the fact that 60% of Africans are young people, that you'll have 1.2 billion young people on this continent in 2050, presents an opportunity, but also a challenge regarding governance, employment, and and the only way that the future of these young people, which is the future of this continent, which is also the future of our international society, can only really be done through power, through multilateral efforts,
Yes.
through partnerships, and also through building up the capacity of institutions.
Of course.
So, I really applaud the Musa Faki, the African Union chairman, for launching this initiative and for enhancing the capacity of the African Union, because
Yes.
in the end, it is good governance and the ability of institutions to deliver to their constituencies, which make them viable. I feel very confident and that this will be a catalytic success.
Yes.
And we are all behind the Commission's Agenda 2063 and the bold vision that it sets out for the African continent and its governance.
Harnessing youth as partners, assets, prerequisite for sustainable development, and looking at the demographic dividend.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that? How do we begin to unpack that conversation? All stakeholders included, private sector, civil society, religious organizations. How do we begin to unpack that conversation?
I mean, I think a wave is eventually going to come.
Yes.
The president of France was was elected at 39. The president of Austria is younger than me,
Yes,
and I'm 33. The ageism and patriarchy, that still permeates is going to break.
Yes.
And I don't think that we can keep youth in a class that is somehow doesn't have the right to become political, doesn't have the right to become, to stand up and be political leaders.
Yes.
They are often the most inspiring political leaders. But when you look around the continent and you look at the age, of leaders, it's troubling. I mean, so I think that I think that to value, to incentivize, parliamentarianism, but under the guidelines of good governance, but to finally say, these guys can be the prime ministers, the presidents, the foreign ministers now. I mean, if you're 30 years, if you're in your 30s, you can do that. Anyway, you can do that in other places, in other places in the world. Why not here?